Morning. I hope you guys are doing well. We are in a very funny, funny era. Yesterday I was editing, but throughout my editing, we didn't have electricity, and when electricity came back, it came back late. I literally had 3 hours and before it went off again, and it was not enough for me to cook and do a voiceover and upload and so today it is Tuesday. The video was supposed to be up yesterday, but it was not up, so it's going to go up today on Tuesday, and the Wednesday one, it's still going to go up still because I'm also editing that as we speak. So I can say fully that I'm back 100%. Schedule will resume on Monday, um Wednesday and Friday. I'm also thinking of doing the Sunday course thing every Sunday, but it's going to be a delayed post on Sunday course if I do it, because I cannot cook today, edit today, and upload. And on Sundays I go to church. So if I upload Sunday goes, know that it was a previous weekend or previous Sunday dish, you know. But so far, I think that's what's going to happen. But in terms of the Sunday goes thing, I'm not sure if it's going to be a continuous thing, because one thing that I do not want to do is to cook Sunday goes during the weekend, then upload it for you on Sunday. I want to be real as possible. I think I've said this earlier in one of my videos. I want to be as real as possible. So I do not Sunday, because it can only be a week later. Literally, I don't wanna do it any less. I don't wanna do it cook it during the weekend, upload it for you on Sunday. So yeah, so that's what's going to be happening Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes Sunday course. So Sunday course is not going to be a consistent thing. I won't be consistent on that, because if you are new here, I live within two provinces. Some weekends I'm in Gauteng, some weekends I'm in Limpopo. And when I'm in Limpopo, I kinda like I disconnect a lot of time, because that's where I rest. I take it as my resting place or my resting home. I will take a video then there if I'm cleaning, but not all the time, honestly speaking. So some weekends I'm here in Gauteng, some weekends I'm in Limpopo, and some days. So I will not be consistent with Sunday goes, because at home when I'm in Limpopo, I just make simple meals. Ke apeya bogobe ka nama or bogobe ka morogo, or we braai and have with whatever it is that it is available, because I really enjoy my time there, and I enjoy not having a lot of things to do. So I will not cook Sunday goes there, unless in December, in Christmas, if we are there. But I don't I don't cook the Sunday goes. So it's not going to be Sunday because it's not going to be consistent. It's not going to be every Sunday, you know. It could be 3 times a month or 2 times a month. We'll see how that goes. On this day, it was on a Saturday. We were actually going home later that night for a funeral, and I was deep cleaning my kitchen. I haven't cleaned it thoroughly, thoroughly, and I still feel like this was not thoroughly to the way I wanted to. And I was cleaning, and I was taking it slow. I was taking it slow. I was doing what I can at a pace that I can, and I was also doing other things on the side. I was not only focusing on that, but I found it. This is funny. I found it therapeutic. I found it therapeutic because I was not pressurizing myself, and I have come to realize that I do well with my chores if I don't put timelines on them. I do very well with my chores if I do what I can instead of saying, okay, today I want to be able to do da 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 da. Along the way, I would feel like I'm not keeping up with the time. I will feel overwhelmed. I will feel demotivated if I'm not going according to the pace that I have set for myself. And that kinda takes away from what I'm trying to do, really. So I was just taking it slow. And another thing is that we were still in the rainy season. We had 2 weeks of rainy season. If you're not from South Africa, yo, it felt like we had 40 days and 40 nights of rainy. Was it not 40 days and 40 nights, Mara guys, eh? But yeah, I had a lot of laundry, and I decided the first load that you saw, I did not dry it because I thought the sun was gonna come out. But I found that was a mistake. I should have dried it. So the loads after that, I saw that it looked like it was going to rain again. So I did the wash and dry. But I was not drying it all the way through, because drying it all the way through, sometimes it gets too crisp. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like washing and drying your clothes all the way through, it's good for the sheets and the towels. But the clothes, they are too crisp. They are difficult to iron. Mm, they are very difficult to iron. So I always do dry to ironing, not hanging in the cupboard. No, dry to ironing, so they always come out damp a little bit, and the ones that are light, they will come out dry, and the ones that are thick, they will come out a little bit damp, but not damp enough for you to keep them in the cupboard. Damp in a way that you still have to put them in the sun a little bit before you can fold them or iron them. That's how I dry my laundry, But this rain had us by the and the thing about when it's raining, it's difficult to be productive. For me, let me not speak for everyone else. For me personally, it is very difficult to be productive when it is raining. I don't know what to do, how to do it, how to react, how to behave. It messes up with everything, my schedule, and. But nonetheless, that's what we went through on these few days, and I was cleaning my kitchen. This dishcloth that I am using, I love it so, so much. It is soft, it wipes really well. I bought it from the Chinese supermarket, and I could not believe it when I put it in water. I actually didn't even know that it was in there. I was buying a packet of something that had sponges, scora, and then small plastics for the bins in the bathrooms, right? And then I got it in there as well. And when I put it in water, I couldn't believe it, ne? Because I don't recall, to be precise, where I have seen this and from which of my grandmothers that were using something similar to that. I had three grandmothers, two paternal and one, no, two maternal and one paternal. And no, the paternal one didn't have two wives. He got married, divorced. Let the motorcycle pass. He got married, divorced, then married again. But I've had the privilege of them being in our lives. We've had the privilege of having them, all three of them. So I don't recall which one, ne, that used that type of dishcloth. And the way it is so funny. It's funny in a way that the fabric that they used is the fabric that used to be a sack that they would put maize meal inside. I don't know if you guys remember that. Those sacks that they put maize meal inside, and someone in my life in my younger years, it's just that I forgot which one of my grandmothers was doing that. They would cut up that sack into small pieces when the maize meal was finished, and that will be a dishcloth. And that thing used to do dishes so comfortably, so nice. You could wipe everything with it and it will be sparkling clean. It doesn't leave the streaks or anything. One of the things that I struggle with dishcloth or getting a proper dishcloth, I do not like a dishcloth that when you wipe, then it leaves the streaks. So this one does not, and I love it. I love it, guys. Anyway, I was preparing lunch. It was Saturday. People are home and you have to cook for lunch. You cook lunch and you cook dinner. So yeah, so was I cooked the pasta first and then fried the mushrooms, and now I'm frying the chicken. I was just making a simple pasta, adding onion and garlic powder onto there, stir it in. I didn't put a lot of seasoning. I do have those times where I don't want to put a lot of seasoning when I don't want my food to change color. Remember, spices have a way of changing the color of the food. So this was going to be a pasta that I was going to dress up. So I sliced red onion, poured olive oil onto there, added aromat, and then added jalapeno chutney onto the bowl, and added balsamic vinegar as well into there, a little bit of soy sauce in there, and then you mixed it in. That is going to be the dressing for the pasta. I'm going to mix it. It's just going to be pasta, mushroom, chicken, and I'll pour over the dressing on top, mix it together, and that was our lunch. Simple like that. Yesterday was actually a Valentine's Day or a day before this day. It was Valentine's Day. My husband got me flowers, and I just put them in vases. I didn't do anything to them. I gave myself a day off. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to touch anything. I didn't want to cook. So I just took them and put them in vases and then let them stay there overnight. So now I kept looking at them the entire time. Looking at them, and because they were already arranged, and I really didn't want to mess them up. I'm not a florist. I'm not good at doing flower arrangements and but man, they just looked chunkier and chunkier, and I felt like the leaves were going to make them rotten or keep. They will change the color, or they'll change the color of the water quickly. So I couldn't help myself. I could not help myself. I took them out, guys, and then I did them. I put them the way I wanted to, or the way I could. Like I said, I'm not a florist. I don't know how to arrange flowers, but they were fine. They don't have to be perfect. And yeah, so that's what I was doing. Though I was feeling that I'm messing it up, but they're mine. They're in my house. Nobody cares. They just looked chunky, and I wanted them to last for a little while longer than the usual. I feel like when you take care of your flowers, they give you their best, and I can safely say I had them for 10 days. It's only yesterday, on the 24th of February, that I had threw them out. So they lasted, and I kept changing the water. So I don't regret doing this. Those who are 40 and above, how are you dealing with the nap attacks? I don't know how to call them, but those attacks that you get, that you know what, you just have to go and take a nap. If you don't take a nap, like, you're just not going to become productive, like, at all. No, I've never been one to nap during the day. I would rest by just um sitting down, watching TV. For me, that was resting. That was enough for me. Hey, bandla manje. Ooh, Jehovah. Who? If I don't go and nap, I cannot function. I can tell you that every single day after 12, after midday, around 1 day, like, I have to go and nap. Even if it's for 30 minutes to 45 minutes, I have to nap. Otherwise, I will not be productive the entire afternoon. Cooking will be a struggle, or anything else. But how is it a thing, guys? Is it a thing? I saw my husband going through that last year, and I didn't understand it. I did not understand it. But now, guys, I'm going through that, and I don't know how to deal with it. I do not know how to deal with it. I don't like it. I feel like it messes up my system. I kind of feel refreshed, but I always wake up because I can't sleep the entire afternoon. I always wake up feeling like I still need to sleep more. What is happening when you get 40? Those of you who knows, kindly share, please. Here I was preparing my starter, chia butter starter. I first measured 3/4 cups of lukewarm water, and then I added 2 mils of yeast, or you can do half a teaspoon of yeast, and then I added 1 cup of bread flour, and I also added half a teaspoon of salt, and then mix that in up until it's combined really well. And then after that, I put it in a fridge. I left it for Sunday and only used it on Monday. It was on the fridge Saturday night, Sunday night, Saturday night, Sunday during the day, and Sunday, and then and Sunday night, and I used it on Monday to make chia butter. But you don't have to do that. You can do overnight. I was going home. I just wanted to prep for Monday. Yes. So you can do overnight. You can do this and put it on the counter, let it ferment overnight, and then the following morning you use it. That's what I was doing here. Thank you so much for watching up until this far. And if you have watched up until this far, kindly leave me a rose emoji in the comment section. And don't forget to like, to comment, and share. And I hope to see you on my next upload. Bye.